Good morning, Unity and Marin. There's a lot of excitement in the narthex today because we have our children's tree out there for people who are taking little stars to buy gifts for kids in the canal. You'll hear more about that later, but I'm going to invite folks out in the narthex to come on in. My name is Carolyn Gauthier. I'm the music director here, and several years ago I wrote this song for Unity. It helps me to remember the 4 weeks of Advent: hope, peace, love, and joy. And today is the first week of Advent. And some of you will recognize this song from having sung it in the past. And I invite you to sing along. Hopefully the others of you will pick it up pretty quickly, and we'll be able to sing it with us as we move forward. Okay. Like the star or Bethlehem shining inside of me, guiding me from where I am, shining inside of me, in my heart, in my heart. There is hope in my heart, in my heart. As I listen quietly, waiting inside of me, like love brings peace and harmony, waiting inside of me, in my mind, in my mind. There is peace in my mind, in my mind, deeply flowing from within, moving inside of me. Love is pouring without end, moving inside of me, in my soul, in my soul. There is love in my soul, in my soul, filled with wonder and with grace, living inside of me. Christ is born now in this place, living inside of me, in my life, in my life. There is joy in my life, in my life, in my heart, in my heart. Hope, peace, love, and joy are in my heart, in my heart.
Thank you, Carolyn. I don't know if you all remember, but Carolyn wrote that song 3 or 4 years ago, and it's beautiful. We sing it every year for Advent. This is the first Sunday in Advent, and the holidays are here. And before I ring the chime, I want to tell you a little story. I am the Reverend Medora Gordon, and it falls to me to make sure that there are services and everything goes organized, and we're sort of keeping the place running and the boat going in the right direction. And we have leadership from the board and the senior ministry leadership team. And 2 weeks ago, we had a guest speaker. And it was the week before Thanksgiving, and 3 of the board members had to leave town to be with their families. That was cool. So we got through the weekend. That was good. We managed. Tuesday came around, and 4 more of them left. So now you've got maybe 2 board members in town at the outside. Then I left. I had to go with my family. Sam left. She had to go be with her family. So now the ministry leadership team is shrinking. But The flower team did a gorgeous, amazing job for Thanksgiving with a beautiful table. Carolyn had a wonderful service Thursday morning. We had 54 people for Thanksgiving dinner Thursday afternoon. Everybody took a breath, looked around, said, "Isn't it great?" And it was Friday. And they were delivering a 14-foot Christmas tree. And by Saturday morning, the entire place was flipped, thanks to Charcel. You see the beauty that we have, how gorgeous we are. And I'm here to tell you, all of the leaders were out of town. Right? This was all done by the beloved community. All of you who know what to do, who know how things go, who know who we are, and love this community no matter what. So what I want to say to you this morning is, whoever you are, wherever you are from, whatever your choices, whatever your size, shape, color, or age, all of us are welcome in this place. As we come together now in this stillness, we remember the word hope. It's the hope that all that is for the world, for who we are, for our community, for each other. It's all those wonderful, warm, amazing things that we know to be true. We come together now in hope and faith, knowing that we are all one and we all work together in the light. And so it is. Amen.
To the presence now, love is in this place. Open to the light within, feel God's peace and grace. Open to the presence now, love is in this place. Open to the light within, feel God's peace and grace.
Good morning, Unity in Marin. It's wonderful to see everybody and to see this place transformed. It's just so gorgeous. Thank you again, Charcel, and the team that put this all together. You did a marvelous job. And in the spirit of holiday ornaments, I just have to say this. My name is Lisa Starbird. And I'm going to be leading you through the service today, and I'm very happy to be here and able to do that. Reverend Medora Gordon is our acting senior minister, and thank you so much for your story and your words this morning. And we're so grateful for all that you do for the community and holding us through this time of transition. Thank you, Reverend Medora. You'll see, You'll see a slide behind me of the family ministry. We have a vibrant family ministry community. If you know anybody that has kids, they meet during the first service, so just invite them and let them know how wonderful we are. At Unity Marin as a community, we consciously came up with a vision statement. Please join me and say this. We are a spiritual community committed to authenticity and the expression of love and support for each other in living an awakened, enlightened life. And I have another way that I like to say our vision statement. I am part of a wonderful spiritual community. I am committed to being authentic. I am committed to opening my heart a little more each day. I am committed to supporting others. I am committed to being awake and living an enlightened life. What I put behind the I am is a powerful affirmation, and it really anchors into my spirit and really helps me to remember. So I just offer that to you this morning. From that vision statement, our community came up with 3 core commitments, and they are to connect, grow, and serve. Please say our connect statement with me. We connect with spirit, inspiring each other, the community, and the world. Our Wednesday services are a great place to connect, and we provide a space for midweek support. Then we also offer tools to give you peace of mind. This week, Denise Ruelas will have a deeper dialogue about love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. What's equanimity? Having mental calmness and composure, especially in a difficult situation. With the holidays upon us, this might be a service for you to be at this week. And as always, our Wednesday services, we have so many great things coming. And on the 19th, we have Stephen Halpern doing his winter solstice sound healing on our grand piano. And the music and the energy that happens here is really amazing. We really lift the vibration. So please, please give yourself that gift and be here for that, to recharge. As we take care of others, be sure you take care of yourself also. So the Sonos Handbell Ensemble is coming to Unity Friday, December 14th, and we have a short video clip of this. Wow. This event is definitely going to sell out. So if you are interested, be sure you get your tickets ahead of time. You can get them at the Hub, which will be in Unity Hall today. So be sure you get your tickets for that. It'll be very special. Now, Christmas Eve is on a Monday this year, and we always have our candle lighting services. So we have 2, one at 5 and one at 7, and the place just fills up. And we have the Unity and Marin Choir that's led by Cindy Acker, and we have Deborah Winters as our musical guests for the evening. So bring your loved ones who may be in town and just really be part of that very special evening with us. And while we're talking about Christmas, what are you doing for New Year's? I know, we just got into December, but Unity and Marin, we have a drumming circle. We've been doing this every year. We drum out the old and we drum in the new, and it's such a powerful experience to do that together in community. And as we do that, it's all of us. We've got kids, we've got adults, we've got families, we've got childcare. Some of the kids can watch a movie in there. It's really a very special evening. 7:30 to 9:30, countdown with New York at 9, early evening, go home, go to bed, that's it. Don't have to stay out the whole time, or you can go out and do something else afterwards. So anyway, we really invite you to be with us because it's a very, very special night. Yeah. So as you see, there's lots and lots of ways that we connect here at Unity. So in this moment, I'd just like you to pause, just take a deep breath, because I need to take a break. And I'd like to invite our prayer chaplain forward. And this morning it's Christine. And she brings the prayer chaplain prayer box forward. And in the box are your prayers that you've written. And our team prays over the prayers for 30 days. Then we send it off to Unity Village for another 30 days where another team prays. And you're just held in the light and the love of just unconditional support. Anyway, we really appreciate you, Christine, and all the prayer chaplains because they are here to support you. Today, the Advent is the first day of Advent, and the Advent candle, Hope, is lit. And in Unity Village, they've changed it to Faith, so it's kind of hope and faith. But it's lit to remind us of the divine essence that's in each and every one of us, and that essence of our being is love. Yeah. So as we're in this pause, I would like to invite Reverend Edith Washington Wood forward to lead us in a meditation.
Now is our meditative part of the service. Perhaps some of you have already closed your eyes as I have. If you have not done so, I invite you to close them, please. If you are not, however, comfortable with closing your eyes, that's okay too. For you can focus on one spot in the room. For we affirm that there is no spot where God is not. There is no spot where God is not. And now I invite you to relax even more fully and completely in the seat where you're sitting. If you're standing in that place where you're standing, to just simply let go. Allowing your shoulders perhaps to simply move toward the floor, which gives our neck a little stretch. And come into the beingness of the now. But this is the most important moment of the day. This now moment. And in this moment, I invite you to notice your breath, how it comes and goes, easily and effortlessly. And when we become conscious of it, then we know that this is our life force. And now I simply invite you to focus on your heart space. For in this moment, we notice the breath, and as we breathe in as if we are connecting it to the heart, as if we're moving our breath in a conscious way to our heart space. So I invite you to breathe in, breathing in, and breathing out toward the heart. Breathing in and breathing out toward the heart. And noticing and acknowledging the heart opening even more. And as we are expanding love's presence, I invite you to think about someone you love and appreciate. It may be a two-legged someone or a four-legged someone. It may be some wonderful plant, Mother Earth. It may be the people of the earth. Just bringing to mind something or someone who we love deeply. And in this moment of noticing, we know we are experiencing a feeling of love. And so we take this feeling of love's presence into the silence. A time where we all get to consciously connect with the source of our good, God, the omniscience, Spirit, infinite presence, universal love. When we go into a time of silence to experience our oneness, our experience of love, in this moment, we go deeper together. And we say, I am the expression of love. I am the expression of love. I am the expression of love. In the silence, we join and go deeper. expression. I am the expression of love. And in this space of sacred connection, we bring into our hearts and minds all of the prayer intentions which have been placed in the prayer box. We bring the person or persons or whatever it is that we brought up in our feeling nature of love, we bring them here in the space again. And as we bring our attention back to this space and time, once we open our eyes, I invite you to write something that describes that love essence that you brought up. Not the person's name, but the essence of love. Perhaps it's agape love. Perhaps it's connectedness. And write on your hearts, you should have 2 hearts, and write that on each of the heart, the same thing. And we give thanks for this time of prayer, and so it is. Namaste. And I have mine too. And so we take this moment to connect as we listen to this wonderful song. Writing on those, and then you're just going to hold on to them.
Alleluia, 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 I invite you to stay in that heart space, stay in that prayerful mood, and bring to mind what, for you, what is your prayer? And this is my prayer. Open my heart to a greater love, knowing all that I have is more than enough to bring hope to the weary and strength to the weak. To share all my gifts is what I seek today. Right now, this is my prayer. Open my mind to a greater truth. Let me not judge what we say and do as I quiet my thoughts and go deep inside. There's room to create and no need to be right today. Right now, this is my prayer. With all of my heart, with all of my soul, today, right now, this is my prayer. Right here, right now, this is my prayer. a greater peace, so that all that I do comes with joy and ease, to let go of the past and embrace the unknown, to give and receive in the sacred flow. Today, right now, this is my prayer. With all of my heart, with all of my soul, today, right now, this is my prayer. Right here, right now, this is my prayer.
Thank you, Carolyn Gauthier. She's our music director as well. And I believe she was playing the cello on that song, too. She's pretty amazing. She also has a CD with both the songs she sung today that she has in Unity Hall this afternoon, too. So, yeah. I'd like to invite the ushers or the welcome team forward at this time. If this is your first time at Unity in Marin, we welcome you, and we have a packet of information that we would like to give you. All that we ask you to do is to raise your hand if it's your first time, and they will find you. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And we invite you to come into Unity Hall after the service for snacks and fellowship. There's lots of information about all the things that we're doing and classes and sign-ups, that sort of thing. And just we are so glad you're here. And online viewers, we're glad that you're tuned in with us today as well. And tech team is John and Chris and Brianna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You do all things that are seen and unseen, and you make the magic happen. We really appreciate you. Our second core commitment is to grow. Please say this with me. We grow in consciousness through education, healing, and prayer. If you've ever thought about being a prayer chaplain, you'll want to go to the orientation meeting today at 1, and it goes like from 1 to 2, so you can still make the workshop. You don't have to miss out. And if you really want to experience a deeper connection, a deeper personal connection, this is definitely a group of people that you want to connect with. Many of our prayer chaplains have been prayer chaplains for years, and it's because of the depth that they have as a group. So if you're interested in being a prayer chaplain, check it out this afternoon at 1. You'll also want to be here next Sunday for our 4th and last ministerial candidate, and his name is Reverend Blaine Tinsley from Hawaii. He will be here giving our Sunday talk, and also he'll have a workshop in the afternoon called Rewire Your Brain. Is there life after death? We have a monthly series about near-death experiences, and Ellie Chamber usually brings special guest speakers in, and this time she's going to be sharing her own personal experience. So you really want to be there for this one, because she's the one that really takes care of us in that way, and there's a lot of folks who are, well, if it speaks to you, just be sure to be there. Again, you can get more information inside at the hub. And now I'd like to invite Carolyn back up, and please stand as you're able, and we will sing our statement of truth.
There is only one power, only one presence, active in all my life and in the universe. God the good in all, through all, and over all. There is only you so much. Please be seated. I'm going to have Lisa come up and sing a little bit. I want you all to sing too. I forgot to mention that I am not Desiree Coyette. Ed's wife, Desiree, and their beautiful daughter, Lily. Lily has gotten the lead in an opera, and Desiree had to take her up there. So very exciting for the family, and I'm honored to step in. So I think you're going to know this song. Please feel free to jump on in anytime. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? Well, one thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. You just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. What I wanna say to you is, shower the people you love, sweet love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Or you can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. But what you gonna do about your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to heal. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Oh, you've got to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. Everybody sing along now. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. I think we all know that we need to shower not just the people that we love with love, but we need to shower everybody with love. The whole world needs some love these days. So I want us to sing, shower all people with love, sweet love. Show the whole world how you feel. Can we do that? Shower all people with love, sweet love. Show the whole world how you feel. Shower all people with love, sweet love. Show the whole world how you feel. And shower all people with love, sweet love. Keep it going. Show the whole world how you feel. They say it. Shower all people with love, sweet love. A little rain. Show them the way may fall. And everybody needs some love, sweet love. Oh, everybody needs some love. So shine your light on them. Let it flow, let it flow. Let your love show to the whole wide world. One more time. Shower the people with love, sweet love. Show the whole world how you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Marin. I'm Lynn Forsey, and I'm co-chair of the search committee, and I am very pleased and excited to welcome and introduce Reverend Edith Washington Woods this morning. Reverend Edith has many decades of experience of teaching adults about unity principles. She has over a decade experience as a senior minister, and the search team was really struck by her community service and leadership within the community. She comes to us from Unity in Syracuse, New York, which happens to be where my alma mater is, Syracuse University. Go 'Cuse. And she's incredibly involved in the community there. She has organized and helped lead a Syracuse interfaith community to come together for several events. She's a chaplain at the Hillbrook Juvenile Detention Center. She's active and a leader in the LGBT+ community. I even trip over it, and I'm used to saying it. And she's also president of the East Coast Unity region and will be leading a conference there later this week. We're just so electrified by your presence and by what you bring to us. She's had a long work history and even happens to be a journeyman electrician, you see. So I have to say that this is a woman who knows what it means to not have your wires crossed. And she has certainly brought a lot of light to us in just the short time we've known her. So please welcome Reverend Edith Washington Woods.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we still have like 5 minutes left for the morning. I'm just letting you know, because I don't want you to like say, oh my God, she's not done at 12:15 when I just got up here, 5 minutes to 12. I'll do the best I can, I promise, to get you done. And what's going on with my little pad here, so. Hey, hi. I'm so glad to be here. Oh my gosh. My wife and I in Kosovo, we're mesmerized by who you have been being. Thank you so much. And I want to, yeah, come on, little thing. Don't. Oh Lord, here we go. Okay. It's doing whatever it's doing right now. So I may have to let it rip. So first, I know, technology, right? It decided to go to sleep, and it wasn't, yeah, a second ago, everything was perfect. And nobody knows the password but me. It's all in there. It is. I may have to just let that thing go. But I don't want to, so give me a second. Okay, so first of all, while it's waking up, I want to really acknowledge Reverend Medora for holding this glue together called Unity and Marin in between senior ministers. Thank you. Thank you very much. And our music team today, oh my God, is so fabulous. Carolyn, man, my heart is wide open. And Ed, yeah, well, you already know. You'll know later. But thank you so much. And this thing ain't working, so I'm just gonna have to let it rip. Okay, you're in for a treat, because I don't know what I'm gonna say. Sometimes it's good to just let it fly. And I want to thank the board of directors for having me. Hi. You guys are lovely. heart connections are so great. And the search team, oh gosh, man, I got to tell you, ever since I came here and before I came here, there's been this connection, connecting the dots. So thank you so much for the search team. And oh my God, Lynn and Kevin, these are my new sisters. Y'all don't know what it's like. And Lisa. We have some connections, don't we? Yeah. But that's what keeps happening. But people feel like in the world today that love is diminished, it's diminishing. You see that. You turn on the news, listen to it in your car, XM radio, Sirius. People tell you, hey, you know what happened? But love is really always present. And I want to tell you a story that I read in a newspaper by a guy named Mr. Frederick. I can't remember his first name, but let's call him Frederick. And he told this story about a guy named Brandon. He was a young guy. He just got done with college. He's got his place, yeah. And Brandon was going home one day, and this lady, she was sitting there. That's not her. That's a picture I found. And she said, hey, mister, can you give me some money? He stepped right over. Every day, she asked. She had faith and hope that he would change. So the end of the week happened, and here he comes out of his home, his apartment, and she said, hey, mister, can you give me a dime? And he said to her, I'm going on a job interview, and if I get the job, I'll take you out to eat. Now, you know in the Bible, in Hebrews 11:1, it says, now faith is the assurance of all things hoped for. Jackie is her name. She had that faith. She had that hope. And here it was about to happen. You know it happened, right? So Brandon gets the job. He goes back. He takes her out to lunch. But you know what? There was this thread that was connecting them because they became friends, and they were two lonely people, just friends, friends connected by love. And they would spend holidays together and tough times together. And, you know, I have to tell you that this ancient Chinese proverb comes to mind, and it says, an invisible thread connects those who are destined to meet, regardless of time, place, or circumstance. The thread may stretch or tangle, but will never, never break. That's what the thread of love looks like. Two people didn't even know each other. One, he's college grad, you know, doing it. And here she is sitting on the ground, some cardboard. And they get connected. Have you ever had that happen when you got connected with someone who you never thought you would? That's what happens in unity. We get connected with people that we don't know. Amen. Yes. And when we get these connections, then the whole world opens up. So, Jackie, she actually went into a halfway house at some point. She comes off the streets, it's done. She ends up with an apartment. And things would happen. When Brandon lost his job, she fed him throughout the winter. When he needed a blanket, she knitted it for him. She wanted to give back. You know that giving and receiving is the same that it talks about in attitudinal healing? That's what that connection was. But it's connecting that thread, the heart thread. And Brandon wanted to do something for her, so he decided to start a fundraising. I think maybe it was probably GoFundMe, I don't know. He wanted to raise $500 to assist her. They took in over $6,000. Just people like us, give $1, $5, $10, you know. And it exploded. It went viral, as they say. You know what I mean, right? And then the money that was left over, they donated to some other women who were homeless. This is our example of what love looks like. But there are many of us who sometimes don't experience that love, right? So when I was a little child, well, and probably even more than that, I didn't feel very loved. My parents got divorced when I was about 8. They were in a mixed marriage. My mom's family was Catholic. My dad's family was Baptist. It absolutely was mixed. Yeah, and I was going to purgatory and sit there for a couple of million years. That's what the priest said. I couldn't be an altar boy. What's up with that? Madeira? Huh? I just wanted to give some of those little cups. Or maybe drink them. And they wouldn't let me do that. Services were in Latin, so I guess that's why I took the 3 years I was in high school. I drank. Well, yeah, I did drink. But that's why I took Latin in high school. I'm sure that the thread was being connected. But when I was a kid, I have to tell you, I wanted to belong. I wanted to fit in. So my mother got me in Girl Scouts. That was fun. I'm a brownie. Yay. And we had this event. And all of the little girls were coming out on the stage. And we had these candles and we're ready to sing our song. And I'm standing there front and center because I'm not really short, but I am. And they didn't have heels back then. And with my cat glasses, by the way. So I'm sitting there and I'm singing my song. And people started pointing. And I felt like they were pointing at me. I wasn't really sure, and I was wondering why. And some of them were laughing. And I smelled the smell. And my bangs were on fire. I know. So people came to assist me, and I had these white gloves on. Oh, they were beautiful. I wore them for my first Holy Communion, too. And my bangs were burned. And it just perpetuated this thought and feeling that I didn't belong, that I didn't fit in. And it took a lot of work to get past that pain and despair. And when I came into unity, I felt like I was home. And I'm sure that a lot of you feel that way, yes? And the love just kept coming. And then I got connected with you and the board. It's the most, you have the most amazing board on the planet. I swear to goodness. The spiritual consciousness that is in the board is like, oh, wow, top notch, 10 plus. I mean, your board president went to 47 countries. Seeking. I'm a seeker. I'm a seeker because my parents had a mixed marriage. Well, they were African American, by the way. I'm just saying. So just don't get, it was mixed. Catholic, Baptist. But I wanted to be a Baptist, get dunked. They did like this. There you go, my child. And so how do we get connected with people? You see, love is always seeking to emerge. In attitudinal healing, it says the essence of our beingness is love. That giving and receiving are the same. You see, I think you felt that with your hearts that you made, right? It is the truth of us. that giving and receiving is the same. Yeah. And we keep feeling that, don't we, Akosua? We oh my gosh, Syracuse University, come on. And then they find out that they were in the same library working at the same time. Two different, it's a big library, so, you know, but they probably crossed paths when they were 25 or so. or so. I don't know, because I was a mere child. You guys are so much older than me. Don't think this gray hair makes me old. I'm just letting you know. I've had it since I was 19. But see, well, because it's a lot of stress when you burn up your hair when you're 7. It just went poof. Yeah, I should ask my mother, does she remember that? She probably won't. But anyway, you know, it's all about love. I saw this wonderful, I'm going to call it a stone, even though it may not be. It says dream. And I think Spirit is moving us toward this dream that is unfolding as unity in Marin. I don't know, but I am loving the journey. I am loving each and every one of you right now. And, you know, oh, yeah, that's what I want. And I got connected with this guru lady. She's an Indian guru. Her name is Amamata. Don't ask me to pronounce the rest. I don't want to do it any injustice. She says that if we dive deep enough into ourselves, we will find the one thread of universal love that ties all beings together. That's who we are. And I had never heard of this woman before, and in between services, someone told me she comes to this area. What? What? I never heard of her. Why did that come up? Why? I am so getting that Spirit is in charge. I think I'm in charge. I think I know what I'm doing. And then some goes smack you on the back of your head, Edith Ann Washington Woods. Yeah, you're supposed to tell us about Amma. You know, she's known as the guru of hugs. Holla. Find me. I'll hug you if you want it. I can't wait to meet her if I'm chosen to be this next senior minister. But there is this thread that binds us and connects us. Good catch. This is the heart of who we are, the essence of our beingness. This is what draws us to unity. And when we allow that vibration to flow, it is a divine flow, it is a divine connection, and it radiates out from us like the sun, and it draws people into who we are. And when we have these times when it seems like love is not there or it's diminishing, it's only being called higher. We are being called higher to express our good, to express the love that is always there. It is always there. It is always there. Do you feel the love? Do you feel the love? Yes. It is so absolutely in this place. You could cut it and eat it up like a piece of cake. Red velvet. There's another one. It just happened. She makes red velvet cakes. I'm just saying. You can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Oh, love, 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 love. All we have to do is allow it to shine. That's all. It takes practice in many ways. You know, the hearts that you have there that I did that little guided meditation for you is something that we get to experience, right? You experienced a little bit, you came up with some word, you wrote it down, I trust. And as we're completing today, what here's what you're going to do with them. You're going to take one of them and give it to someone near you. And everybody only gets one, gives one, gets one. And then the other one, you're going to take it and put it somewhere. You might hide it somewhere in the church, you know, for some person to automatically notice it. Or open a cupboard and say, oh, and is that what you gave, what you already have, away? So that we get to practice love because the planet needs it. They are dependent on you, on us, to transform that. You know, that story I told you was not a story I was going to tell. I had a different one, you know, about my hair burning up. But I got an instant message from someone that they sent it to me Thursday, but I didn't read it until this morning. And it was a classmate from then. She said, were you in the Girl Scouts and were you the one that had your hair burned up? And I went, bing, 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 bing. Nobody ever said that to me, like ever. Nobody said that to me, ever. I thought I was the only one that remembered that. And here she came from out of the ethers, as Charles Fillmore, our co-founder, said, to show me what life looks like. You see, life is the power of the month, this month. And we get to experience life. And with this first day of Advent being faith or hope, whichever you choose, then we get to breathe life into it. And the color being red is a fabulous color. Some of you might see it. That we get to breathe life into existence by the activity of love. So I hope that you love somebody today. And I'm going to say our denial and our affirmation as we close. And here it is. I release any belief in separation. Together. I release any belief in separation. Yes. Just release it. Let it go. Whatever you think you heard, whatever you believe about there's not enough money and this and that. We have more than we need. The universe is opening up and ready to pour us out a blessing now. Because giving and receiving is the same. And our affirmation together, I know I am connected to one thread of love. I know I am connected to one thread of love. Namaste. And now it's time for our tithes, love offerings, and gifts. We give thanks for the opportunity to give in the way that perhaps you have received on this day. The faith in action is going on right now, and it's a way to have a committed way to give for 2019. You see, we can't give what we don't already have, so we already have it, so we might as well give it. Yes? And I tell you, I'm a tither. My wife and I both tithe full 10% to where we are spiritually fed, and it comes back, baby. I'm just saying. So it makes you want to give more. So practice it if you haven't or don't. Practice stretching yourself a bit and get to be part of this faith in action for 2019. So we take a moment to bless the gifts and the giver. Blessing everyone here who has already given just by being here and creating this vibration of love. We give thanks as we know that it comes back and back and back, such that we want to keep on giving the gift. We are the gift that keeps on giving. We are so thankful for this opportunity to give and receive. and so it is. Amen.
Just as we give, so we receive. Richly we live in one golden weave. There is nothing that we can lack. We give from love. Love gives it back. Just as we give, so we receive. Richly we live in one golden weave. There is nothing that we can lack. We give from love, and love gives it back. Now we're going to have a song from Ed Bogus, which remarkably fits in quite an amazing way with the talk. He'll tell you all about it.
Right. Yeah, I know I'm sort of known around here for making up the song as I'm driving to the service, which is true. However, today's a little different in a very strange and interesting way. About 25 years ago, when I was actively in a business, I had an assistant, a young woman named Jennifer Durand. And while she was working for me, she got married, and then she became pregnant. And we decided, because she was a singer, that we were going to do a little album of her talking about her feelings about being a mother and all that. And in the process of that, I wrote this song, which I'll tell you about in a second. And I forgot all about it. It was a long time ago. But when it came time to do this service today, Desiree, for some reason, said, you know, why don't you do that song that you wrote for Jennifer so many years ago? And I said, well, let me hear it. I don't remember it. And it's called The Invisible Thread. Wow. Now, so I was sitting here listening to Reverend Edith talk, and I said, well, maybe that's what she's talking about. So now I'm going to do that song for you. All right. An invisible thread surrounds us all, people and things, both large and small. It cannot be seen, but once it's known, never more can you live for yourself alone. The umbilical cord which kept us tied, once it's seen it is cut and laid aside. It was the physical bond that kept you fed, but nothing can cut the invisible thread. It's no color or shape that you knew before. It's just what it is, neither less or more. Nothing needs to be done or made or said. You can't create or destroy the invisible thread. An invisible thread surrounds us all, people and things, both large and small. And it cannot be seen, but once it's known, never more can you live for yourself alone.
Isn't this the most blessed place? Thank you, Reverend Edith. That was a wonderful, wonderful talk. I heard them both, one with equipment, one without the equipment, and I liked the sort of real you in the instant moment. It was wonderful. Edith and her beautiful wife, Akosa, will be in Unity Hall after the service. We also have Ed. Thank you, Mr. Miracle Man, for doing it again. It's always, always wonderful. As we raise our hands for the blessing, remember that we are blessing everything that is. All this place, all the people, our friends, our loved ones, not just the things that are in the basket. We aren't limited to that. So please raise your hands and join with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
And thank you, Reverend Edith, for your talk today. We're so blessed to have you here. One of the things that she mentioned, she asked me to tell you, because that wasn't working, these 2 hearts that you got. One of them right now is to give one to somebody that you're sitting next to, okay? So that you don't, so you're just kind of swapping one of your hearts. And then with the other one, you get to take that somewhere today and place it someplace else. It may be here at Unity in Marin, it may be someplace, or you may give it to somebody else as well. So just remember, the essence of our being is love. Our third core commitment is to serve. Please say this together. We serve spirit, community, and the world with love, joy, and a sense of adventure. Yes, we do. I'd like to invite Sandra Merlot up to the podium to give us an update about the sacred, oh, it's Sam, that's right, the sacred search for a new minister.
Sorry. Good morning, everyone. I'm sure we all enjoyed having Reverend Edith here today. When you came into the sanctuary, you would have received an evaluation form that we would really like you to fill out right now, and there will be people at the back and along the sides who will be collecting these forms. And I want to remind you, this is truly an evaluation form. It is not a vote, so you don't have to fill it out twice. Just give us your information, and we're going to be compiling this, and there will be more information for you coming back. I want to remind you that there's a light lunch being served in Unity Hall so that you may greet Reverend Edith and her lovely wife, and that the workshop that Reverend Edith will present will be at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Yes, there are plenty of forms. You can get some in the back for sure. And our Faith in Action thermometer says that we have raised $275,693 in our Conscious Giving campaign to date. That's a great job. So I'd now like to invite Jim Walsh up to the podium to give us a testimonial. And while he's doing that, I want to say one other announcement so that it'll make the announcement. Carolyn Gauthier is going to be giving away her CDs in Unity Hall today. If you pledge, that's one incentive, and if you don't pledge, she'll still give you one. So that's giving and receiving, yes?
Good morning, Unity. Good morning, Can I do that again? Good morning, Unity. Thank you very much. Oh, that feels so much better. Thank you. So I was asked to speak about faith in action this morning, and I will get to that. I have 35 minutes apparently, and so I'm going to, 3 to 5 minutes? I thought it was 35. We better talk fast. All right. Very good. So for those of you who don't know me, my background is not nearly as prodigious as Reverend Edith's. I do, however, bake the bread that makes the whole church sing. Thank you. Just so you know, that almost got a standing ovation from the first service. And And I also coordinate the Unity and Marin men's group. My wife Monica and I have been attending Marin for about, Unity for about 10 years. Three things I do want to talk about is gratitude combined with faith, my reigning guru, May McCarthy, and if you stick around to the end, a quick tax planning bullet that might save you some money. My background, I grew up in the Bay Area. My father was a post-traumatic stress sufferer from World War II. And their 20-year marriage ended with a divorce. And throughout the marriage, it was not what you would call a harmonious family life. And yet it was something that I kind of deeply in my heart wanted in my life, was a family, a wife and kids. And the culture, as you may know, doesn't really support that too terribly much. I go so far as to say I had a teaching assistant at Cal Berkeley who told me that whole idea of a wife and kids and family and stuff, total myth. And at that point in my life, I thought, teaching assistant, my gosh, he must really know what he's talking about. I'll bet he's the first of his class to be living in his mother's basement right now. But that's so I kept that dream. I called it a dream. Today I call it faith, that we would one day, I would one day have a wife, we would one day have kids. My wife Monica, 18 years ago, 20 years ago, came from the East Coast to San Francisco to meet a husband. Now, if you think about the demographics of San Francisco, coming to San Francisco to meet a husband, that's faith, right? Faith in action, you betcha. We adopted our kids a couple years after we got married, and I'll make it real short. I will just say that from the day we met, it was abundantly clear that these kids this was not the first time we'd been together. This is the four of us, we've been together in another life. It was just right. And if you listened to those in control, you'd have thought there might have been long odds that we'd ever see them again. Didn't for a moment think that we would not become these kids' parents. So we now have happy, two healthy and happy teenagers. That required a lot of faith. And right now, I'll just tell you that I'm living the dream. There's nothing I'd rather be doing on a Friday or Saturday night than be at home with Monica, with the kids, having a quiet night together. To me, it's more interesting than going skiing or going traveling, whatever. It's what feeds my heart, and I'm just so grateful to God and to Source that we have that now. So, thank you. So I want to segue to my reigning guru, May McCarthy. May was here about 4 weeks ago. She's written a couple of books. This book, Path to Wealth, is the one that really kind of brought me into the whole gratitude exercise. This is sort of a step-by-step daily exercise to engage in gratitude for what we have, things for what we want, giving gratitude ahead of time for what things we want in our life. And I'm not the only one in this congregation who would say that this book, this exercise, has more than anything else in my life made a very positive difference in my life. I started studying this just about a year ago. Right about the same time we significantly increased our tithe, and I've had the best year in residential real estate in 28 years this year. So I think there's something to gratitude, and the complement to gratitude is faith. Faith that this actually works. So May talked about in her conversation about if there's something in your life that you want more of, give it away. You want more love? Give away more love. If you want more time, give away more time. Can I have just a... No, I don't. Okay, if you want more of the material riches, think about tithing. Think about tithing to where you are spiritually fed. I can say from the bottom of my heart, without unity, I would be a whole lot more skinny spiritually speaking, all right? Last little point about tax planning. I'm a recovering CPA. You're probably wondering how those really, really, really wealthy people get out from paying taxes. Right now, they're talking to their tax advisors because there was an election a little while ago and some change is going to be coming to Washington, D.C. And it's a pretty good bet there's going to be another tax law coming down the pike because we've got to pay for a whole bunch of stuff that got spent. One of the ways they do that is by raising taxes. Short answer is your tax deduction, your tax deductible contribution this year might very well have a much bigger economic benefit than waiting till next year. Just saying, could be a tax law change, and if there is, it's probably going to pay a lot more to do it this year than next year. Hope that helps you out financially. Thank you all very much. Okay, a little bit.
Thank you, Jim. It's time for pie. The holidays are here, and the teens of Unity, Youth of Unity, are fundraising by selling holiday pies for the next 3 Sundays. You can order them today, pick them up the following week, and continue to order the next few weeks. They are upper crust pies. They're great pies, so be sure you get one. One of the youth said when she went to her first rally recently, "I was blown away by all of the love." So as you buy a holiday pie, you support our teens getting to go to rally. So, you may have noticed the Christmas tree out there. It has a lot of little ornaments with pictures of kids and writing on the back. One of the things that we do is we support some of the kids at risk that aren't able to get Christmas presents. So what we ask you to do, this 4-year-old girl wants an Elsa doll, an Anna doll, and a coloring set. Okay, it's that easy. Pick one of these up, sign it out. There'll be a volunteer back there to support that, and then buy the present and bring it back in 2 weeks, okay? So we want to make sure that all the kids get gifts, so check it out at the tree before you leave today. I want to acknowledge Charcelle and her team again for all that you do. And she's also part of the hospitality and flower sponsorship. If you want to sign up for any of those, she'll take that information. Today's hospitality sponsor is Roberta Dillon. Thank you so much. And she did both of them, not just one. Caroline McKinnon was our flower arranger, and she did a beautiful job with today's flowers. Go check out the bookstore. It's at the end of the breezeway. There's lots of great things there. And you can get some of your holiday shopping done all in one place with CDs, books, everything else. Will the Unity and Marin prayer chaplains please stand up? We want to acknowledge you and thank you for the gift of your sacred service. You can go up to any one of these people and tap them on the shoulder and ask them for a prayer. It can be for a challenge, for a joy, whatever's on your heart, and they will pray. And it's just a really wonderful experience. If you've not done it, be sure to take the time to do that. Thank you, prayer chaplains, for the gift of your sacred service. So fill out your assessments, go to Unity Hall, meet and greet, come back for the workshop at 2, and be love. That's all we have to do today. So now if you'll stand together, we're going to say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And as was said, Reverend Edith will be in Unity Hall, Reverend Medora and I will be out this door. All right, take the hand of the person next to you and we'll sing our peace song together. Have a wonderful Sunday, everyone.